Hey guys, it's Lisa. So I am here at Disneyland today and we're gonna go through downtown Disney and I am gonna look at ears because, well, I love buying ears. It's my favorite kind of merchandise. And I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks and then also show you all the ears that we have here at downtown Disney at this very moment. But anyway, yes, come along with me, let's hang out and let's go through downtown Disney. Look at this beautiful day to be at Disneyland. And I mean, I was about to say it's a good day to be at Disneyland, but every day is a good day to be here, right? Even in the sweltering summer, which we are getting hints of right now in March. But yes, we're gonna go through downtown Disney. There's really only 3 places to buy ears, but I'm gonna show them to you just so you know what I mean? Because they don't always have the same things at all 3 locations. And these are the ears that I am, speaking of ears, how many times am I gonna say ears today in this video? But yes, I have these ones from a couple years ago. And I actually, whenever I wear these ears, let me see, where is it? I always use this Loungefly because they match, you know what I mean? So yes, I rarely use a Loungefly, but when I do, I like the ones that have ears, okay? So yes, I am wearing it with these, even though, okay, you know what kills me? I didn't buy the ears to match this backpack. They had an exact match and I didn't buy them, and it still kills me to this day, and it's been like 2 years. Here we go, World of Disney. We get a blast of air conditioning. This is a great place, by the way, in the summer when it's not the coldest place in the resort, but it's nice to kind of dip in here for a quick moment on your way inside the parks or out, So let's take a look. Usually, okay, so there's an ear wall here. There's an ear wall on the other side as well, but they do have ears kind of scattered around. So for instance, right over here, we have some Minnie ears. Let's see, these are just like the plain classic red and white and black ones. Oh, I love these because they're kind of plush. So anyway, this is, I guess, ear number 1, plain classic. Oh, and by the way, in terms of pricing, if they're made by Disney, they're $36.99, but then if they're, say, by like Loungefly, then they are $49.99, or at least, you know what, I have to check and see, maybe they have updated the prices. But here we go. These ones are glittery. If you don't want plush, you can have glittery and you can have sequiny. These are the ones they always have. Oh, it's so soft. It's not actually soft, it's just cushiony, I guess I shall say. And then over here we have these ones. These actually have Minnie Mouse's signature right there along the side. Isn't that cute? So yes, because these are made by Disney, they are $36.99. I passed these by, but they're just plain Mickey ears. These ones are classics, and then they have Mickey Mouse's signature on this side, also $36.99. And then the cool thing is, I've seen a lot of people customize these by putting little ribbons on them, and you can also get them decorated, like with paint pen and everything, by one of the cast members over in Disneyland at Plaza Point, and then at the Kingswell shop at DCA. The rule though is that you do have to buy it that day and show them the receipt and everything. But yes, you can get them customized, which is really cool. And they have like a binder and stuff, and you can pick designs and you can get whatever you want written on it. But yes, very cute, very classic. So they not only have the ear walls, one on each side of the store, they also have ears scattered throughout, and it kind of just depends on the theme. For instance, you'll see like Marvel ears over by the Marvel section that you won't necessarily find on the ear wall. And these are villain ears. Aren't they so fun? All dark purple and everything. Very cool. And it's because they go with this villain shirt, right over, oh god, right over here. There we go. We're getting closer to 626 Day, Stitch Day, and I love these. They're super soft and super plush, and look at the tuft at the top of his head. These are $36.99, and then let me show you the entire ear wall. This is the first ear wall. So we have seen these, we have seen these as well. These we have not. I love these. I have them, and they are so fun and so cute and so classic. And then also, I didn't mean to get that off the hanger. Go back on. Okay, all of these are $36.99, by the way. They also have these ones down here, which are also very classic, and they go with so many things. I love them. I have them. And then, wait, did we see both of these versions? They're kind of the same. So we have red ears with a black bow, and then black ears with a cute, those are the ones that we saw. And then we have rose gold ears. These are really cute, and once again, these go with so many things. And then these gold ears, they have a matching loungefly, even though these ears are not by Loungefly, but they're made with the same sequin pattern. You can see there's little hidden Mickeys with satin sequins. Okay, let me put this down. And then we have Disneyland specific ears right here. Look at this. We have the Disneyland marquee and a nice cheerful blue, and then some gold ribbon behind the marquee. Okay, let's see what else. Here's the Loungefly that matches those ears, and as you can see, it has the same little hidden Mickey pattern. Very, very cute. There are ears from Alani here, and I'm sure as we go into the store, if we go look for Stitch merchandise, they'll also be in there. But also, I have seen these at the Adventureland bazaar quite a few times. But anyway, yes, these have little hidden Mickeys in the plumeria flowers, very cute, $36.99. And then as we go down, it looks kind of like these are Epcot ones. So we have the 3 Caballeros right here. Oh, they're by Loungefly. You can tell because, well, it says Loungefly, but they always have the little plaque on the side. And it has a detachable bow. Actually, you know what? While we're here, let's check the price of the ears, the Loungefly ones. Okay, $44.99, so that's going to be like across the board. They're going to be $44.99, and it looks like all of these are from Epcot. These right here, oh, they're also Loungefly, so $44.99. These are from the Mexico Pavilion, and then these down here, you can tell right away, these are from the Germany Pavilion, and they also have, I love the like mustard yellow for the actual headband part. And okay, I don't know if you remember, but for a while there, for a good stretch, Loungefly was coming out with ears that like the centerpiece had a slight scent to it, like themed to different things like macarons or ice cream. And I feel like these, they're not, but I feel like they should be scented like salty. These ears feel very wintry and very festive and very glittery. Check it out. Almost like holiday, right? Because of the velvet and the sparkles. But we have little Mickeys on the velvet bow, and then it has some velvet ribbon hanging down the back. And they do have ears occasionally that have something going down the back, and I know most people do not care for that. And you know what I say to that? I personally cut them off. Here's some Coco ears, and I love the scalloped edges and the punched in star design. That's really cool. And then let's see, I'm sure there's extra design. Oh, it's just kind of like color gradient on the back. And then we have pirate's ears right here, and I love the little handkerchief tied to the side. The velvet is cute, and the cording. And then we have, oh my gosh, these have been here for so long. These are part of like the Disney Eats collection that was here like a couple years ago, I want to say. At least a year ago. And these are popcorn ears, which by the way, they look like just like popcorn, which is insane. That is very, very cool. And then we have concha ones right down here, and I love the bow. The bow is so cute. And then look at this, the back actually has design on it as well. But yeah, these are so cute too. These all black ears are Loungefly, so they're $44.99, and as you can tell, well, maybe you couldn't tell from the bow that's a little bit askew, that it is removable, which is really cool. And then these also have a matching backpack, a matching Loungefly. And then these down here have a semi-matching Loungefly that I haven't seen at the parks in a really long time, but these are little safari kind of ears, leopard print, and you can see hidden Mickeys right there in the print. Isn't that cool? I love when things match. So this came out before, this like kind of pink pearl, very, very pretty Spirit jersey. But then we also have ears that match it, and these ears are so cute. Look at the shimmeriness of it, so pretty. And then it also has little Mickey pearls on the bow itself. So cute. Okay, these are $36.99, and like I said, there's also a Loungefly bag, but it's not a backpack. It's like a little crossbody bag that matches these. We've walked away from the first ear wall, and now we're going to kind of explore little areas, little corners of World of Disney, because you end up seeing ears just kind of scattered around. So we have these Maleficent ones right next to the Spirit jersey with all the villains, but very bold, very colorful. And then behind me, right over this way, There's a Stitch display, which, by the way, yes, the Alani ears are right over there with all the Stitch merchandise. But we have light-up ears, and I'm pretty sure these are the only light-up ears that we have at the parks right now, I want to say. But yes, they're Stitch. And these are going to look so much fun at night. And you know what? The only thing, I think, gosh, well, they don't feel very heavy. I've never worn light-up ears, but people say that they're kind of uncomfortable. So just, you know, beware. These are $29.99. Cute. I love these. I own these. I own a lot. Actually, you know what? I own a lot less than you would think, right? As in terms of the ones we've seen so far. But I love these Sorcerer Mickey hat ones, and the red headband is really cute. And I do love a good tiny hat, and this one is very cute and very tiny. And then also the ears are extra fluffy. In the middle of World of Disney, we have the Create Your Own Headband area, and you can either get these plain black headbands, or you can get the headband that is here for the 70th, so it just has, you know, extra color going on. But I do see, okay, so I have not seen these gold ones, but let me show you really quick. Okay, I love this. This tiny hat is so cute. We have that right there, then we have a little glove, and then a mini bow, very cute. Oh, and then in terms of the pricing, okay, so all of these are $11.99, as is the, oh wait, you know what, actually, let me double check the price. I'm glad I checked the price because they are $13.99 for the actual plushes. So then these, check it out. We have a little, oh gosh, okay. I'm gonna have to get that in just 1 second, but yes, we have a golden Mickey head, and he has this cute little bow, and look at his little nose. That is precious. Oh gosh, that is so cute. And then I'm assuming we have Minnie. Oh, how funny. Okay, look. Minnie is the one that I dropped. I shall show you right here. Look at her, how cute. And then also the cute little nose. How did they get the nose to be so adorable? I should also mention that you can put these character heads on a hat. Very fun. The hat is $16.99. But then we have these right here for the 70th. Oh my gosh, I love these. Where's the Mickey one? He is extra cute with his little bow tie. I love that. So there's Mickey, there is Goofy, and then there is a Minnie. It looks like they don't have her in stock, but yes, there is a Minnie. And then we have Donald and Daisy. I have these two. So cute. And then we have Chip and Dale. Let's see, we have regular Goofy. By the way, regular Goofy is so, well, both of the Goofies, the 70th and this one, are so fun because look at his ears. His ears are so funny. And then, okay, let's see what else. We have a few more. We have, okay, Tigger. There is a Winnie the Pooh, but I don't see it right here. But we have Stitch. Let's see, we have Zootopia. All three right here. And then, who is this? Oh, Mochi from Baymax. And then we have Toy Story ones. Oh, look at the Cars one. The Cozy Cone. They also have Lightning McQueen, but they don't have him in stock right now. But that kind of looks like, yeah, that's all of them. All the ones that we have in stock right now. Oh, wait, I am so happy somebody turned this on. Yay! Okay, check it out. We have Tiana's Bayou Adventure. These used to only be in New Orleans Square, and now we have them over here. Also by a Mardi Gras shirt. Isn't that cute with Lewis? But these are also very fun. And then on the back, check out that texturing. I think that is really cool. And there's a lot of detail on these. Very fun. We didn't see this earlier, but we do have white ears. Isn't this cool? So yes, we have the white version and we have the black version. Oh, these also have Mickey's signature on the side. Isn't that cool? So yes, you can get these decorated as well. And I feel like the designs, actually, the designs come out cute on both versions. I guess it just depends on like what you want, you know? There are a couple pairs of ears just for the 70th. So we have these, and check it out. They're actually on sale for $20, but they have kind of like a foam bow in the middle, a flat foam bow, and then lots of rhinestones. And then I love the detail on the inside of the headband. Very cute. And I thought at first, I was like, wait a minute, I didn't realize these were by Loungefly, but they're not. For the 70th, Disneyland did put these like little glittery gold plaques on the side of their own headbands, but gosh, I feel like they did it on all of them, right? I think so. I was gonna check the other 70th ears, which are the ones that go with this collection, like the Sleeping Beauty one, and I have them. Oh, this is the prettiest Spirit jersey, by the way, but yes, I have those ears, and now that I remember it, I'm like, yes, they did have the little golden plaque on the side. but they don't have those ears in stock right now. But they do have these ones, and these are by Loungefly right there. These have a matching backpack as well, but they are gold, and they have a gold bow and then a little 70th in the middle, and yes, $44.99. They started to sell some of the Stony Clover merchandise at World of Disney. Oh, I love this patch. Isn't that cute? I have not gotten it because I don't really have anything to put it on, but I do love that patch. But we have the Stony Clover ears, which I do own, and then they go perfectly with these sweatshirts that they've made as well. Isn't that so cute? I haven't really gotten a chance to wear this one, even though they match perfectly, but I have worn this little quarter zip with the ears, and they look pretty dang cute. But you can see these are for the 70th anniversary. They don't say 70th on them, but even though like the print, see for instance on the bags it does, but I kind of like that. I like that it does not have the 70th on it, but so colorful, so cute. And then look in the middle, the gold heart is so pretty. Okay, since these are Stony Clover, they are definitely going to be a different price. Let's see, these are $75. There's a pair of Nick Wilde ears here. Look at the little badge and their plush and everything. But we do not have the Judy Hopps ones, even though I know that they have a pair of Judy Hopps ears that they came out with for Zootopia 2. By the way, look at this. Isn't this so cute? I love it. I love Gary DeSnake. If he could easily become a pair of ears, you know, if we could make one inspired by him, that would be pretty cute. I feel like I would wear that. We have reached the other ear walls. So over here it looks like we have, at least these are kind of like in theme. So we have princess ones right here, and then we have some villain stuff. Oh, and then we have those. I'll show you a little bit closer. And then we have Haunted Mansion, and then these are kind of randomly thrown in there, the Cheshire Cat. And then we also have, well, we have, that is really random, the Scar, those are Scar, right? I think so. And then some Toy Story stuff, but let me show you. These are Snow White ears, very cute, very sparkly. I love these ears. They're Rapunzel ears. They have so much stuff going on, don't you? Even Pascal made the cut to be on the ears. So cute. And then down here we have Cinderella ears, and something that I did not notice until I looked at these up close, and when I bought them, is that there's a little Cinderella slipper right in the middle, but because it's clear, it's so hard to see. And every single pair of ears, well, okay, every single pair of ears here is going to be $36.99, except for these. I already knew these were Loungefly. These came out, gosh, a long time ago, I want to say. And I think they have a matching wallet, but not a bag. But this one has little studs, very fun. And then these are the Tinkerbell ears. They also had another pair of Tinkerbell kind of like minty green ones that came out around the same time last year, but these are so much fun. The little pom-pom right there. And we already saw those villains ears. Let's see. And then these are the Cheshire Cat ones. These are super fluffy, super furry. And then we have his little smile right there, and it's on this like plasticky bow. And then right here, there are two Haunted Mansion ones. So this is the wallpaper print. And then do you see how it's like inverse for the bow and then for the ears? Very cool. And also like velvety, because the print is like, it has flocking. Very cool. And then right here, we also have these that are inspired by the cast member outfits. How cool, with some lacy details, and then the bat bow in the middle. And these also have little ribbons, but like I said, if you don't like the ribbons, you can just kind of cut it off. Totally fine. And then these are Scar ears, like you can see, because of the scar, obviously very unique. I wonder what those would look like on the head though. Like, I need to know, what do those look like? And then we have alien ears. How cute. And these have, look at the print on the side, a bunch of different aliens. Very adorable. And then these down here, I love these. These are so ridiculous. The Slinky Dog ears. Look at Slinky Dog. I love him. He's so much fun and he's so cute. Just wagging his little tail everywhere. And then the best part, yes, he has like a springy little tail. That is so cute. I love these. I don't have them, but I love them. And then if you turn the corner from the ear wall, you can see they have ear hats, and they have like regular hats and everything, an entire wall of them. And then, oh, I was gonna say you can tell because the word hats is right here, but it's kind of hard to see. It's really hard to see. It's right up there on that shelf. But yes, we have a few pairs of ears right here, all having veils. Very interesting, but we have a unicorn one right here with holographic sequins. And if you feel like you maybe want these, but you do not care for the veil, like I said, cut them off, you know? And then these down here, which are like fairy pom-pom ears, but oh, I like the bow. The bow is a little set of fairy wings with a giant crystal heart. And then these Elsa ones right here are inspired by her dress. You can see I guess you wouldn't call this a veil, but the pieces that are flowing down on the back. And it has a really cute design, just inspired by her dress. And then we also have wedding ones right here. How fun, bridal ones. And then, oh, let me put it down so I can show you. On the veil, it actually has from Cinderella. Oh gosh. Let's see, do you see like the little birds? From Cinderella, how cute is that? And then what does it say? It says, and they lived happily ever after. Of course, that's what it says. They always come out with a pair of graduation ears for whatever year we are in, and the style never changes. So it's always just like this, but it always says the class of and then the year. So class of 2026, but then they also make it in a hat, and they also make it in this little Mickey ear hat graduation cap. Very, very cool, and a nice little memento if you are graduating this year. So we got to see every single pair of ears at World of Disney, and I actually, when I go home, I'm going to count how many, because I've always wondered like exactly how many are there, you know, in general at any given time. But we are going to go to the second place, which is Storyland Boutique, right over here in the center of downtown Disney. And because their stock changes so drastically season to season, I would say that it's really a toss-up. You know what I mean? We'll go inside and see. They don't usually have like a ton, but they have like the create your own headband station and all that stuff. So let's go check it out. And then I will show you, there's 1.5 more places that I'm going to show you. One of them is, well, I mean, I'm going to show you. So, you know, I will get to that very, very soon. So I totally forgot that half of the store is taken over by blind boxes. I mean, I didn't forget, but I did forget that the Create Your Own Headband station is now only a very, very small little area. And these are the only characters that they have right now. But you can just go to World of Disney, or you can go to the Emporium, or not Emporium, the Mad Hatter inside of Disneyland. But they have a ton of Winnie the Pooh merchandise right now. And then it looks like the only ear headbands that they have are these right over here. They have Winnie the Pooh, which is so cute. Usually these are only available at Pooh Corner, but because, you know, they have a Pooh themed area, they have these right now, the little honeybee right there. And then look on the side, it says, "Today's my favorite day." I love these. And then we also have the Tigger ones right over here, and look at the whiskers. And then I love that it's like, you know, it's obviously it's Tigger's ears, so very, very cute, very fluffy, very furry, and very Tigger. No. So remember I said that I have 1.5 more places to show you? Well, this is the half. This is Penn Traders, and it's over by, you can see the monorail station right behind. And this is a good area to come to. This is kind of like one of my tips. If you're looking for a really hard to find pair of ears, this is one of the places that I will sweep by just to see, you know, maybe they have it, maybe they won't. And sometimes as I'm walking into Disneyland from downtown Disney, I get to see a little preview if there is a new pair of ears, because sometimes they'll just have them out right here. But I already did a little walkthrough, and I do not see anything that we haven't already seen. But like I said, sometimes you do. So this is my little tip for you, is that if you ever feel like you really, really are searching for a pair of ears, do not forget this place over in downtown Disney. So this is our last stop. This is all the way over on this end of the Star Wars Trading Post Lululemon D-Lander side. And yes, D-Lander is the last stop. And I always check inside of D-Lander for any merchandise, because they just have the cutest, most special stuff that sometimes you can only get there, you know? So it is worth, at least to me, it is worth the trek all the way to this side. But yes, it is right over there, right by Parkside. And yeah, let's go inside. I'm pretty sure, I have not been in there in a couple days. So maybe they have something new, but we shall see. I'm glad I stopped inside actually, because I forgot that they sell Dooney and Burke ears here. They also sell them over at Lisaland Co. and then with Fortuosity inside of Disneyland. But yes, I have not seen these before. They're both 198, so all the Dooney and Burke ones are. But these are very cute. Look at that. Beauty, Beast, Lumiere. And then over here, these are Mickey and Minnie and black and white and very nice. I wonder, gosh, if I haven't seen a bag that matches these, actually either of them. So I'm wondering, if we're getting matching bags or if they are already out and maybe they've been sold out, I'm not sure. D-Lander, Fortuosity, and Lisaland Co. are the three main places where you can find Stony Clover, but like we saw over at World of Disney, they are selling it at World of Disney, at least for right now, but of course D-Lander has these Stony Clover ears. And then, you know what, something I didn't notice? I didn't see these over at World of Disney. We have these lounge fly ears right here. And they did have a matching bag, but I do not see the bag in stock right now. I think it was a little crossbody bag. But these, look at the little plaque on the side, so pretty. But yes, nice and rose gold and little mini balloons. These are, honestly, they feel really nice just to go like that with. Anyway, these are $44.95. So that is everything I have to show you here in downtown Disney, and I hope it was fun. I hope it was, you know, helpful just to see all of the places that you can buy ears, all 3.5 places. Although Storyland Boutique is kind of like a, well, usually during the rest of the year I would consider it a full place that you can search for ears. And sometimes I would say D-Lander and Storyland Boutique will have things that are very, very specific that when, for instance, when they first release, it'll only be at Storyland or it will only be at D-Lander. And so to me, it's always worth it just to take a peek. And then in terms of like, if you're really searching for something and you are having a really hard time finding it, then, you know, kind of going by Pin Traders just to check, I feel like they have it. But you know what? In another video, I should give you all my tips and tricks for how to find harder to find merchandise, or at least the things that I do. Because sometimes you like really hunt and then it's sold out everywhere and you're just like, why? Why? But yes, that is everything for this video. So like I said, I hope it was fun, I hope it was helpful. But either way, yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one very, very soon. Okay, see ya.